Alright, can you hear me at all? Can you hear me? So it all comes down to the final dance. Number 1, ICA Whirlwinds taking on number 2, Suburban Christian. The Crusaders come dancing into Campbell Court here at Indiana Christian Academy for the championship game. Keys to the game brought to you by IACS, the Indiana Association of Christian Schools. Brajan Crispin sitting alongside Andy Zirkle. Andy, both these teams, this is what we expected. Number 1 versus number 2. ICA dispatched Heartland semifinal number 1 handily, and then the Suburban Crusaders dispatched the Panthers of Cross Point in dramatic fashion. What does today have in store?
Well, like you said, it's all going according to seed, this whole tournament. On paper, you would think ICA has a little bit of an edge. They've played each other twice this year. ICA was able to win both of those games. ICA has the very impressive 34-1 season record. But again, the cliche goes, you don't play the games on paper. Suburban more than capable of pulling this one out. They're just going to have to limit their mistakes, be solid offensively and defensively, try to get some stops, try to get some transition opportunities to stay in this one and pull it out at the end.
Suburban, the defending champions, ICA having won this tournament 2 years ago against these very Crusaders. So both these teams know each other extremely well. It should be a great one. Don't go anywhere, folks. We've got championship basketball coming right up. Sit back, relax, and strap it down. You got championship basketball coming your way. inside Campbell Court for championship basketball. He's Andy Zirkle. I'm Brajan Crispin, and for a whole crew, we say hello and welcome to Indiana Christian Academy for the IACS championship game between the Whirlwinds of Indiana Christian Academy, the #1 seed, and the Crusaders of Suburban, the #2 seed. The opening tip just around the corner. And we are underway. Glover, and a foul, early foul, will be called on Tucker. And Glover will head to the line to shoot two. Oh, they're going to call it a foul on the ground. So the Crusaders will inbound baseline left opposite the Whirlwind bench. So a quick start here in the championship game. Carter off balance jumper off the front of the iron, no good. Scramble for the ball. Carter comes up with it, and the Crusaders will reset. Carter, top of the key, over to Ellis, working on Tipton. Glover to Montgomery. Montgomery had a big game in the second semifinal against Cross Point. Carter inside, working on Gilbert. Off the glass, no good. Putback opportunity is short and out of play. It'll belong to the Whirlwinds.
Looks like that was a foul call, not just out of bounds. Foul against Carter Ellis. A couple of offensive rebounds for Suburban there. They weren't able to pay that off, but that was a big factor in their victory over Cross Point on Thursday night.
And ICA known for their three-point prowess. What do you expect to see out of them early on out of their offensive set as Seth Blue gets the first bucket of the game underneath?
Yeah, they've got all five guys are capable of hitting from the outside, but as the defense sucks out to guard those three-point shots, they'll try to get it underneath as they did just there.
Glover, top of the key, over to Zimmerman. Carter on the wing, over to Zimmerman, back to Glover, and the Crusaders will reset. 6:30 remaining in the opening frame. Zimmerman for three, and he gets it to go. Zimmerman, one of those guys to watch out for from beyond the arc.
Again, more than capable of the three-point shot. I was curious to see, and now that we've seen them score, if they would come out in a press as they did the other night. They did not. They just pulled back to a half-court defense. That didn't work very well the other night against Cross Point. Obviously, ICA is a very disciplined team, so they did not do the full court press here to begin this game so far tonight after that first bucket.
And to the line goes Ethan Tucker to shoot two. The foul was on Luke Carter. That'll be his first and team's second of the period. He misses the first. Uncharacteristic miss there from Tucker. Crusaders with the early 1-point lead. Here comes Ellis working on Stevens. Ellis, and that missed everything. Gilbert with a tough rebound. Here comes ICA. Tucker over to Blue. Blue inside with the right hand floater. Off the mark, rebounded by Montgomery. Glover right down Broadway with the left hand, and it's good. ICA down three in the early going.
Yeah, this is the start you need if you're Suburban. Again, you're the underdog, so a good start is important.
Stevens to Tucker. ICA will reset. Stevens from downtown. No good, but rebounded by Tipton. Here's Blue over to Tipton. Tucker inside, has to find room to work. Tipton for three. That's off the back of the iron. ICA with a couple of misses early, has them down three in the early going. Ellis for three. Off balance shot, not in the same area code. It'll be a turnover and ICA basketball. Andy, what does ICA need to do to get back into some sort of offensive rhythm?
They've had some good shots. They've had open shots. The shot by Tipton is a shot that you want Tipton to take every single time. That one just didn't fall.
Blue, top of the key, thought about it. Stevens drives baseline, has to kick out. Stevens in trouble. Over to Blue. Blue back to Tipton. Tipton will reset. 4 minutes and change remaining in the opening frame. Inside floater. Won't go, but he's fouled. They'll head to the charity stripe to shoot 2.
And it looks like they're looking for opportunities to drive into the middle of that zone also. Blue's done it a couple times, now Tipton, and this time able to draw the foul.
The foul is on Montgomery. That'll be his first, team's third. And Tipton gets the first of 2 to go. So Tipton goes 2 for 2 from the line. 1 point lead for the Crusaders here in the championship game. Ellis wanted Montgomery down low, but it was stolen. And we'll get a foul. And the foul is on Carter Ellis. His first, team's 4th. And he's something to watch. Already 4 fouls. In foul trouble early are the Crusaders.
Yeah, and ICA, a good free throw shooting team, so you don't want to just put them at the line for 2 shots for more than half of the quarter.
Tucker over to Stevens. Stevens inside to Blue. Blue, little right hand floater. And that's off the mark, and here comes Glover. Glover drives baseline, little jumper, off the mark. We'll get a whistle.
And now that is going to put him into bonus, just like you said. They're going to be able to walk all the way to the other end of the court with 2 free throws.
And the foul is on Zimmerman. That is his first.
And I don't think the officials, now they got it.
So now what you want to do if you're Suburban by putting a good free throw shooting team at the line.
And if you're ICA, you want to do the exact opposite. You want to maybe try to bait them into some fouls here in these last 3:43 of the first quarter while you're in the bonus.
So it'll be Tipton at the line. Shoot the double bonus. He gets the first of 2 to go. Andy, this is an ICA team that is known to score in bunches, but being held to relatively low amount here early on, 5-5.
Yeah, they've missed some shots in close to the rim. You don't know if it's nerves. You don't know if it's just an off start. But they've been getting good shots, and now they do have the lead.
And if you're the Aaron Payton-led Crusaders, does this change your philosophy on defense as you try and guard this ICA team?
Right now, I think you stick with what you've got, because like you said, it is just 6 points more than midway through the first quarter.
So Tucker will come out with 2 fouls. And in comes number 15, Porter Blue, the 5'11 senior. Ellis over to Glover. Glover with the big game in the semifinal against Cross Point. Zimmerman drives baseline, strong move inside. Off the mark, rebounded by Tipton. Tipton over to Blue. Blue inside. Stevens, they swing it. Tipton tries to split the Red Sea, loses control. And here come the Crusaders. Montgomery over to Glover, right back to Montgomery for 3. That's off the mark. But the Crusaders get the ball back. Here's Ellis now over to Zimmerman. 2 minutes and change remaining in quarter number 1. Ellis to Carter. Carter kicks out. Glover for 3. And that's off the mark. Blue wanted Gilbert inside, didn't have the passing angle. Stevens inside to Gilbert. Gilbert swings, tipped in for three. Scramble for the ball, rebounded by Gilbert. ICA will reset. Blue is stripped, but Stevens will recover. And Stevens is fouled, and will head to the charity stripe to shoot two in the double bonus. The foul on Luke Carter. This is the foul on Glover. Glover not happy with the call. Blue from the line. And he gets the first of two to go. Second is up and good. So here comes Glover, crosses the timeline. Driving baseline was Montgomery. Left it short. Zimmerman is fouled. He'll head to the line to shoot two. And the foul will be on Tipton. That'll be his first, team's third of the period.
And again, another offensive rebound for Suburban. And I keep commenting on that because I just remember how much of a factor that was on Thursday night, including what turned out to be the game winner. That was an offensive rebound by Glover that ended up getting him the winning shot.
Two-point lead for the Whirlwinds. Zimmerman to shoot the second. It is up and good. Daniel Stevens trying to calm and slow things down here. ICA looking for the perfect shot. And here's Blue over on the wing. Over to Stevens. Blue inside, double team.
And another foul. No. Yeah, it was another foul again to the free throw line.
Fouls on Montgomery, so to the line goes Tipton. Tipton earning his frequent flyer miles at the charity stripe. 8-7, the ICA lead. Officials having a conversation. And all is resolved. Tipton with the first. And it is up and good. In for the Crusaders comes number 10, Clayton Shelns, his sophomore forward.
And that was two fouls on Montgomery. He's coming out of the game now.
In and out of the second for Tipton. ICA with a narrow 2-point lead. Glover with the left hand. Over to Zimmerman. Zimmerman to Shelns inside. Carter has to kick out. Ellis tried to go inside to Zimmerman. And a foul is called on Tipton. All of a sudden he has two, so in will come Jack Tucker. Out comes Tipton. Zimmerman now inbound to Glover for three. Off the mark. Crusaders with the rebound, and that's blocked by Stevens. Out of play to move on to ICA.
A good recovery by Stevens. I think he was the one that saved it from going out of bounds, but put it right into the hands of Zimmerman, who had a drive to the bucket, but Stevens able to recover and get the block, and it goes out of bounds.
35 seconds remaining in the opening frame. Blue off the mark, but the redirect goes right back to Blue. Stevens will reset as we approach 25 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. Blue for three. Off the mark. Rebounded by Porter. Blue tie up for the ball. Gilbert has it. He stepped out of play to belong to the Crusaders with 15.2 seconds remaining.
And right now, ICA just a little bit off with their shot. These are, again, good shots. Shots they hit more often than not, it feels like. But most of their scoring has come from the free throw line this opening quarter.
Zimmerman with 3 seconds remaining. Off balance jumper, that's good. Pretty shot from Wade Zimmerman. So that'll take us to the end of quarter number 1. We're knotted up at 9 apiece. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. Championship basketball 9-9 here at Indiana Christian Academy. Inside the wind tunnel, Brajon Crispin alongside Andy Zirkle, 9-9 apiece. Andy, your impressions of the opening frame?
I think if you're Suburban, you're pleased. You want to stay in touch, you want to stay right with them. So they've obviously matched them that first quarter. If you're ICA, I don't think you're disappointed. You've gotten good looks. They're just not falling yet. I think you'd say let's keep running our sets. Let's keep doing what we're doing. The shots are going to fall. That's the message from the coach. Stay confident.
We've talked about this all tournament long. It's a battle of quarters, kind of who starts out hot and who can do the little things right, those basic fundamentals. And Webb is stripped. Here comes Suburban in transition. It's Zimmerman. Shelns with the right hand off the glass. Suburban back out in front. Porter Plew over to Stevens. ICA trying to respond. Tipped in the corner. Plew inside with the right hand off the glass. Glover working on Plew. Zimmerman to Carter. Back to Glover. Glover hands off to Zimmerman, top of the circle. Shelns now in the corner, and his pocket is picked by Porter Plew. Tipton now top of the key, working on Andrew Ellis. Tipton to Porter Plew. Stevens now to Tipton. Right back to Stevens. Webb in the corner, goes cross court. Tipton had his shot. Now Stevens top of the key. Knotted up at 11 apiece. Tipton looking for help. Plew in the corner, trying to work his way inside, is fouled. And the foul will be on Zimmerman, his team's first of the period. Patient basketball there from ICA.
I was thinking the same thing, just working the ball around. I know they're trying to get it inside, either off the dribble or with a pass into the middle of that zone. That time, Plew finally found an opening and was at least able to draw the foul.
Stevens for three. Bang! Stevens with the three. Puts ICA up 14-11.
And sometimes that gives the whole team confidence. Just seeing one of your teammates hit one, see it finally go down.
Glover with the elbow jumper, off the mark. Almost had the putback go, and Webb is fouled. And the foul will be on Andrew Ellis, the freshman guard. So quickly 2 fouls with 5:41 remaining in the opening half.
Tipton did come back in to start this second quarter with those 2 fouls, so obviously a lot of trust from Coach Stevens for Tipton to stay out, hopefully avoid that 3rd foul.
And Plew's off the mark, hold from behind the arc. Ellis for three. That rims out. Here comes Stevens in transition. And Tipton will regroup. Approach the 5-minute mark in the second quarter. Blue over to Stevens. Stevens inside. Awkward looking shot. Off the mark. Here comes Glover. And Glover wanted Montgomery.
They're saying it was deflected.
And the officials will talk things over. ICA faithful can't believe it.
And they're
going to give it to ICA.
And actually, no argument from even the Suburban coaches. So that's actually good officiating. They got together, changed the call, and I did not see any deflection myself from our angle.
Tipton inside, kicks out. Stevens for three. Rebounded by Tipton. Second chance opportunity for the Whirlwinds. Blue inside with the left hand, and he left it short. Tipped by Blue. Tipton now will regain control, and ICA will regroup.
And now it's the second and third opportunities for ICA this time. It's still an empty trip.
Glover to Montgomery. Right back to Glover. Carter inside, elbow jumper. Off the mark, rebounded by Porter Blue. And here comes Seth Blue. Seth down the Broadway and gets it with the right hand. 5-point lead for ICA, their biggest lead of the afternoon.
You got to stop the ball handler. That's the rule number one on a transition opportunity. Stop the ball handler. No one came in and stopped Blue, and he drove right to the bucket.
So it'll be a full timeout. ICA up 5, 16-11 on Championship Saturday. Back to play we go, 16-11. The Whirlwind lead with 3:43 remaining in the opening half. Andy, what's your message to your team if you're Aaron Payton all of a sudden finding yourself down 5?
Yeah, well, I think the pace of the game is in Suburban's favor. You don't want a high scoring, that's going to favor ICA. So I think the pace is good. They need to get a good shot here.
Zimmerman with the baseline runner, rimmed in and out. Carter fought for the rebound, will get a foul. And it'll be against the Whirlwinds. And the foul will be on Porter Blue. That's the team's first foul of the period. So in comes Tucker. And out comes Blue. It'll be Crusader basketball. Zimmerman to inbound. Scramble for the ball. We'll get a whistle.
I think maybe Tipton's foot hit out of bounds as he was wrestling for that. So no jump ball, just a possession for Suburban still.
This is tipped by Blue. Blue off to the races. And he leaves it short. Glover now in transition. Top of the key. Carter working on Gilbert. Over to Montgomery. Glover inside, off balance, jumper, and it's good. It's kind of that sweet zone for Glover. He's been comfortable there all tournament long. Stevens thought about it. Stevens for three, getting it to go. 19-13, Kyle Stevens with an emphatic three. 2 minutes and change remaining. Glover looking for some room to work. Here comes Tipton off the steal. Tipton is fouled. They'll head to the line to shoot two. And Glover will pick up the foul. So the third team foul for the Crusaders. Tipton back at the line. And he gets the first of two to go. In comes Carter Ellis for the Crusaders. And out comes number 23, Andrew Reynolds, the junior guard. And Tipton here with the second. Daniel Stevens wants to talk things over. 21-13, the largest lead of the afternoon for the Whirlwinds. 2:27 remaining in the opening half. We'll be right back. .13 your score. The Whirlwinds out in front. Andy, it's kind of been a changed momentum over the past few minutes here. What have you seen kind of here from both teams?
I think Coach Stevens is maybe sensing an opportunity right now. If you're ICA, you are the favorite. You want to get out to as much of a lead as you can. I was watching him during the timeout, and he was really kind of getting into his players, trying to encourage them, saying, go after the ball, go get the ball, trying to inspire some aggressiveness to see if they can extend this lead even more. I think he's sensing that they can really push this thing out if they can avoid things like that.
And Zimmerman with the bucket out of the timeout. The lead is 6. Stevens has been the hot hand here in the first half. And Stevens is stripped by Glover. Whoa. And Glover's pass to Montgomery. Play. Not a good pass there from Glover.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's obviously trying to make a play. I don't blame him for that, but we talked earlier, they got to limit their mistakes. They can't do the unforced turnover. That was a bit of an unforced turnover. It would have been a spectacular play if it had worked, but I'm not sure you want to take that chance when you're down by 6.
Under 2 minutes remaining in the opening half.
And I saw Glover scold himself. I think I could read his lips saying, terrible pass. I think he thinks the same thing.
Tucker's shot was off the mark, so here comes Glover. Offensive foul. Blue picks up the offensive foul.
And that's 3 now on Glover. And that was an interesting scenario because it was almost a carbon copy of the previous transition opportunity. He made the pass the first time. This time, not wanting to make that same mistake, he kept the ball, but maybe got overly aggressive the other way and ended up drawing the charge or committing the charge.
So Glover comes out of the game. Crusaders with 4 fouls, 1 more. And I say we'll head to the line. Do you drive inside here looking for contact to put yourself back on the line?
You could. You're going to be in the bonus again. It was not quite as early as the first quarter. But I think right now you're still just looking for the best shot, not necessarily focusing on the foul.
1 minute remaining.
And very deliberate here. Long time to hold the ball for 1 shot, but now they
Tipped
go.
in inside, baseline. And can't get the friendly bounce. So here comes Carter Ellis with 40 seconds remaining. Ellis, awkward looking shot. And he left it short. Here comes Seth Blue. 3 on 2. Tucker inside, and he'll head to the line to shoot 2. Patient, savvy, veteran move there by Tucker. And that is the 5th Team foul for the Crusaders. Shelton's getting ready to check back in. 26.8 seconds remaining in the opening half. Tucker leaves the first short. These free throws, golden opportunities to extend the lead. The lead still 6, make it 7. And he gets the friendly whirlwind bounce. And we'll get a whistle. Official over at the scorer's bench.
I think maybe a couple seconds went off the clock after the free throw, before they inbounded the ball. So they put a couple seconds back on the clock now.
So ICA in a press look, 26.8 seconds remaining. Zimmerman crosses the timeline. They can hold. Ellis working on Plu. Ellis in the corner, tries to drive baseline, has to redirect. 7 seconds remaining. Zimmerman working on Stevens. Zimmerman for 3, off the front of the rim. And that'll bring us to the end of half number 1. ICA in front, 22-15. Second half action coming your way. Don't go anywhere, folks. We got a good one. Championship basketball here at the Whirlwind Tunnel. 16 minutes that will decide the champion of the IACS boys basketball tournament. He's Andy Zirkle, I'm Bergeron Crispin. 22-15 your score, ICA in front. And it's kind of been back and forth all game long. ICA started to pull away middle to late second quarter. What do you think your message is to both teams if you're in that halftime locker room?
Yeah, it's been for lack of a better term, a little bit of a choppy offensive performance by both teams. 22-15 halftime score doesn't scream offensive efficiency, so I'll keep it positive. Let's focus on the defensive effort of both teams. They've both played very solid, very sound, and aggressive defense. I can't remember very many uncontested shots. There have been a few, but for the most part, the shots have been contested. A hand in the face, a body right there. So both defenses, I think, are playing well. Which team can overcome that and get some open looks and some easier buckets, that might make the difference here in the second half.
So you look for big plays from Glover. If you're Suburban, kind of been that guy that kind of took over late in that cross-point game and hit some big shots down the stretch. And then if you're ICA, Blue's kind of been quiet, missed some shots. He'll have to get back into it to kind of extend this lead. I said 16 minutes will determine a champion here at Campbell Court from Indiana Christian Academy. It's been a fantastic season for both programs. ICA only one loss in their loss column. Coach Stevens says that's on him all the time, hoping for an undefeated season. And then Suburban, on the other hand, they've been here before. They're the defending champions. They know how to win. They know how to perform at that championship level. And so we should be in for an exciting and exhilarating second half as we get ready to get underway. ICA with the 7-point lead.
Yeah, certainly experience on both sides. Many of these Suburban players were right here, or right in this moment, the different gym, but right at this moment last year when they won a state championship. Many of these ICA players, when they were just sophomores, they were Tipton, Blue, several of them key players for that championship 2 years ago. So they both have experience in this moment. This just comes down to, which teams execute now as we go into the second half.
So it'll be whirlwind basketball to start the second half. It'll be Gilbert to inbound to Tipton. And here we go. Stevens to Tipton. Tucker now over to Stevens. Stevens had the hot hand in the opening half, hitting a couple of critical threes, and right on cue, Stevens for three!
And they've got Blue at the free throw line in the middle of that zone, but they're collapsing on him. If Stevens hits a couple more of those, that's going to force a change.
Carter inside with the left hand. Strong move inside from Luke Carter. Tucker to Stevens. Right back to Tucker. Tipton now top of the key, getting instruction from Daniel Stevens. Blue over to Stevens. Stevens for three. He's off the mark, rebounded by Gilbert. And Gilbert leaves it short. Zimmerman for three. And we'll get a foul. It'll be an offensive foul.
We're going to go Carter, I think, on the rebound.
That'll be the first team foul for the Crusaders. Tipton for three. Off the mark. Glover for three. And that rims in and out.
Got Blue. Well, they missed him.
Tipton down the lane with the floater and gets it to go. Lane was wide open.
Yeah, the Red Sea parted that time. He had the lane all to himself.
The lead now 10. Ellis with the right hand. Left it short. No call. Tucker got stuck on the hook. Here comes Stevens. Stevens kicks to Tipton. Blue for three from the corner. Off the mark. But ICA will recover. Second chance opportunity for the Whirlwinds. Stevens goes cross court, threaded a needle. Blue with the right hand. Off the mark. Blue struggling here early on in the third quarter. Five minutes and change remaining in quarter number three. Ellis working on Tipton. Montgomery tries from three, and he gets it to go. So the lead back to 7. Blue swings to Stevens. Stevens does baseline. Gilbert, foul! And Gilbert ahead to the line to complete the three-point play. And the foul is on Montgomery. Team's second foul of the period. So in comes Zach Wallen, the junior forward. Out comes Montgomery. And Gilbert completes the three-point play. So Gilbert will come out. In comes Braden Webb, the senior. The lead back to 10. Stevens exhorting his defense. Glover drives baseline. Up with the right hand. Strong move inside from Glover. Blue now top of the circle. Over to Stevens. Right back to Blue. ICA swings. And Stevens picked up his foot and was called for a travel. Turnover there. Daniel Stevens not happy with the turnover. And in comes Montgomery just as quickly as he left. And out comes Zach Wallen. Glover working on Blue. Zimmerman, he's hot from three. Right back to Glover. Glover to Zimmerman. Oh, he wanted the three, picked up by Stevens. Carter, a little fadeaway turnaround jumper. Rebounded by Blue. The Crusaders getting some good looks. They just can't get it to go.
Yeah, I think we had a fan take a spill out of the screen right now, but it was just as ICA was bringing the ball up the other side. I think they want to make sure there's no food debris out on the court.
So 30-22 your score, ICA in front. Both teams head to their respective benches. Well, it has certainly been an entertaining third quarter. Andy, both teams have kind of gone back and forth. Stevens has been hot from three. Crusaders have gotten some good stops, some good buckets underneath.
Yeah, Stevens able to hit those threes. Suburbans seem to be packing in their zone a little bit. But if you get, we're watching the replay here. As an official that kind of ran into a young lady over on the other side, spilled some food, and want to make sure she's okay, make sure nothing's on the court.
hazard of sitting in the front row, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right.
The splash zone.
Gives both teams a free timeout, if nothing else.
So we get the all clear.
And they might be needing to make an announcement here about, obviously not a whole lot of sideline space over on that far side especially.
So we head back to play. PSA announcement, courtesy of Kevin Plew, the administrator for Indiana Christian Academy. And we're back to play here. Tipton thought about it, and he'll regroup. Plew inside, immediately draws a swarm of Crusaders. Second chance opportunity is off the mark. Scramble for the basketball. ICA comes up with it.
And Coach Stevens called a timeout.
So it'll be a 30-second timeout. Hustle on the floor from the Whirlwinds.
Yeah, save the jump ball. So good to keep possession. ICA still has 3 timeouts left, so.
ICA to inbound, opposite the Whirlwind bench. 3:15 remaining in the period.
Well, they're still trying to do some final cleanup where they have the spill early.
And we get the all clear. Back to play we go. ICA with the 8-point lead. Braden Webb to inbound. Finds Porter Plew. Porter Plew with 2 fouls. Tipton now inside the circle over to Stevens. Stevens. Right back to Porter Plew. Stevens again. Plew inside, draws traffic. Webb kicks out to Plew. Plew for 3. Bang! And Plew with an emphatic sigh of relief as he finds the bottom of the net for the first time.
See if that gets him going. You're right, he's struggled a little bit offensively this game.
Glover, nice little head fake inside, just off the mark. There's a quality tape from Glover. Whirlwinds in transition. Plew with the left hand off the glass, and he left it short. Zimmerman, step back 3. And he gets it to go. Pretty shot from Wade Zimmerman.
That one felt important. That was potentially a 5-point swing there. Plew unable to convert the layup at that one end. Zimmerman comes right back with the 3-pointer.
So fouls called on Glover, much to the chagrin of the Crusader faithful. 3 fouls now in the period, 33-25. Crusaders were in that full court trap, which caused the foul. Plew over to Tucker. Tucker down low to Plew. Blue with the right hand and getting it to go. So a quick foul from Seth Blue. Ellis for three, left alone on an island, but he can't get it to go. Here comes Blue. Blue spins with the right hand, foul. And they're going to call an offensive foul.
That was great defensive position by Ellis.
Daniel Stevens can't believe the call. We'll get a whistle. And we'll get a timeout. 35-25. Oh, that's heating up here, folks, in Campbell Court. 1:27 remaining in the third. And 27 remaining in the third. Blue just picked up a foul. That'll be the team's first on the charge. It'll be Crusader basketball.
And Coach Stevens pleading his case on that foul, but from my angle, I think Ellis did a good job of even anticipating the spin move and getting into position.
That's just a better move there. Understanding where Blue is going to be. So Ellis working on Tipton. As we approach a minute to play in the third. Ellis inside working on Blue. Nice little fadeaway, and he got it to go. Pretty little move there from Ellis.
And as you mentioned, Suburban is going into that trap now. Nearly got a turnover out of it.
Under a minute to go in the third. Tipton working on Ellis. 40 seconds remaining. ICA holding. Tipton working on Ellis. Blue for three. Bang! Seth Blue from downtown. Ten seconds remaining in the period. 38-27, the ICA lead. And Tucker is called for a foul. That last ICA possession took a long time to develop.
Yeah, and I was starting to wonder if they were going to hold for the last shot, but then just snap of the finger, Tipton decided to make the drive and ended up with the open shot for Blue.
6.4 seconds remaining in the third. And we'll get another whistle. And a foul is called on Braden Webb. He can't believe it. Looking for an explanation from the official. Ellis finds Zimmerman. Zimmerman, fadeaway three. No good. Scramble for the ball. That'll be the end of the third quarter. 38-27 your score. 8 minutes remaining in the contest. ICA out in front. down to this. 8 minutes away separates a team from destiny and cementing their legacy in the IACS tournament. 38-27, your score. He's Andy Zirkle. I'm Bergeron Crispin. It's been a pleasure all afternoon long. ICA out in front. Andy, what do the Crusaders need to do to get back into this ball game?
I think you've already seen the early signs of it, just applying a little bit more defensive pressure full court, and even at the half court being a little bit more aggressive. They've got to try to force some turnovers, certainly get some stops.
Ellis working on Tipton. Ellis on Blue, gets a screen. Over to Carter, Carter on the perimeter. Back to Ellis. Ellis directing traffic. And out of play. Ball will stay with the Crusaders. The Crusaders, the defending champions. ICA trying to have something to say about it. The lead is 11. Ellis drives baseline with the right hand, and good. Strong move in this inside from Ellis.
Ellis just a freshman, but he shows no fear at all.
Tipped in inside the circle. Last touch by Gilbert. It'll belong to the Crusaders. Ellis crosses the timeline over to Montgomery. Montgomery to Glover. Glover working on Ellis. Ellis tried to go inside, was picked by Tipton. Tipton with the right hand. Oh, foul! And the foul was on Zimmerman. So Tipton to the line to try to complete the three-point play. So the lead now 12 with 6 and change remaining. Glover wanted Zimmerman down low, didn't get it. Carter looking for help. Back to Zimmerman. Zimmerman in the corner. Over to Ellis. Glover drives with the right hand, strong move. And he is fouled. Strong take from Glover.
Yeah, that might be another thing they need. We saw that the other night. Glover getting aggressive off the drive, looking for those openings.
The foul is on Kyle Stevens. Each team with a foul in the fourth quarter. The first of 2 is good.
See if they apply that full court pressure again after if he hits this free throw.
And right on cue, there it is. Tipton crosses the timeline. And he will reset as we approach the 6-minute mark. Blue, alone on an island. Seth Blue from downtown. Feeling it. 30-second timeout, courtesy of the Crusaders. We'll keep it right here. Andy, break down that last possession.
They just worked it around. They beat the press, obviously, with no trouble, and then they just worked it around, drove inside, and then kicked it out. The defense was all sucked into the middle. Plu was wide open. and you can't keep a good man down. We talked about Blues missed some shots that he normally hits early in the game, but he's having a big fourth quarter, and that's winning time, as they say here in Indiana, with the old Reggie Miller documentary. And he's hit a couple threes here and made some things happen offensively, but it started with the drive by Tipton and then the kick out.
44-31 the score. ICA trying to write its way into the history books, claiming 2 out of the last 3 titles. Here comes Glover. Glover with the left hand kicks. Little baseline jumper off the mark from Montgomery. Here comes Tipton in transition. Tipton will reset. Getting direction from Daniel Stevens. Blue back to Tipton, dangerously close to the half-court line. Blue inside, kicks out.
Same thing.
Blue for 3, off the mark. Might have been a little contact on that shot, didn't get the call. Gilbert down low, kicks to Stevens. Stevens in trouble. Daniel Stevens with the heads up. Timeout. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. 5 minutes and change remaining in the fourth quarter. So what kind of adjustments do the Crusaders need to make here? Down a bunch here with 5:09 remaining.
Yeah, I think they're going to have to start extending the defense out. Blue and Tipton are kind of passing it back and forth, running some time off the clock once they get into the half-court offense. So those top guys on the zone, I think, are going to have to come out further, try to double team and apply some pressure to try to get some turnovers, or at least force them into running their offense and hopefully get a stop.
Whirlwinds to inbound. Baseline left opposite the ICA bench. Tipton to inbound, over to Blue. Tipton for 3. Tipton with the big 3. Glover tries to respond. Off the side of the glass. And here comes Seth Blue. Blue working on Montgomery. Little hesitation, step back jumper, and that's good.
He's feeling it now.
Blue with the hot hand here in the fourth. Zimmerman is fouled, tough basket for Wade Zimmerman. He'll head to the line to try to complete the 3-point play. Fouls on Kyle Stevens. And Zimmerman completes the 3-point play. So the lead is 15. Blue holding, working on Carter. Blue. Out to Stevens, over to Tipton. Tipton inside the circle, 4 minutes remaining. Blue loses control. Picked up by the Crusaders.
Oh, wow.
An alternate possession is called. Aaron Payton thought he got a timeout in, didn't get the call.
I never saw that the ball was tied up. It was just a loose ball. And it looked like Suburban was going to have the opportunity for the transition. I did not see the tie-up on that one.
Suburban in a press look. Tipton gets through. Tipton with the right hand. And it rims out. And Webb is fouled. Webb is called for a travel. Mixed signals there from the officiating crew.
And get Glover back into the game for Suburban.
So out comes Reynolds, in comes Glover. $15-point lead. 3 minutes and change remaining. Zimmerman for three. Here comes Tipton. ICA trying to slow things down. Tipton kicks out. Blue driving with the right hand. Right down Broadway goes Seth Blue. Montgomery working on Blue. Montgomery pulls up for three, and it's good. 14-point lead for the Whirlwinds, 51-37. 2 minutes and change remaining. Tipton on Zimmerman. Over to Blue. Blue driving. Kicks out to Stevens. Stevens inside. Down to Blue. Blue with the right hand, and it's good.
A great fourth quarter by a senior playing his final game in the championship.
2 minutes remaining in the championship game. Carter is fouled. They'll head to the line to try to complete the three-point play. And Blue is called for the foul. In comes Jack Tucker, the junior guard. Out comes Stevens. And back in comes Reynolds. Out comes Glover.
And again, I think they might be going some offense, defense with Glover because of his foul situation. Especially if they start needing to foul to stop the clock.
So the free throw was good. Maybe an inadvertent whistle. Two minutes remaining. Ball's tipped out of play. It'll stay with the Whirlwinds. The lead is 13. Almost losing it was Tucker. Suburban in that press. And Tipton is fouled by Reynolds.
And that's only 2 fouls, so they still need 3 more to get into the bonus. So they're looking for the steal, if not stop the clock, but they're gonna have to get into the bonus, force some free throws before too long.
Tipton with the right hand. Off the mark. Here comes Ellis. 1:30 remaining.
The lane was wide open, but that was still a pretty quick shot if you're ICA.
Montgomery, and he throws it away. Webb to inbound in front of the Crusader bench, tries to go cross court to Blue, and he does.
Good decision by Blue to just hold it up, run some clock.
Blue over to Webb. Webb drives baseline with the right hand and gets it to go. And left alone on an island. Just north of a minute remaining. 55-40. And Tipton has fouled in the ICA faithful. The realization starting to sink in. Webb Webb to inbound, baseline right. 1:09 remaining. Blue on the breakaway, over to Tipton. Coach Stevens will empty his bench. Blue dancing on Carter. Inside a minute remaining. 50 seconds away from entering the history books.
Substitution time out there. He wanted to get some of his seniors a round of applause as they left the court for the last time. Obviously get some of his reserves in for some playing time.
A 15-point lead.
Not pretty in the first half necessarily, but they came and they took care of their business today the way they, I'm sure, expected themselves to do.
The number one seed doing number one seed things, playing at a championship level. ICA to inbound it to Gilbert. Gilbert turns it over. Zimmerman to Glover. And Glover with the quick basket. So out comes Stevens. In comes Ainsworth and Tucker. 45 seconds remaining. Tucker crosses the timeline. Over to Gilbert. Gilbert back to Tucker. 30 seconds. Ainsworth inside to Gilbert. Gilbert with the right hand. Off the mark, 20 seconds remaining. Three-point attempt, no good, put back. And a foul. To the line will go Garrett Elliott, the senior. Drew Gilbert to enter soon for the Whirlwinds with 13.5 seconds remaining. And the shot is up and good. Out comes Tucker. Shot is off the mark, rebounded by Gilbert. And that'll do it. Break out the ladder, break out the scissors. ICA, where fantasy becomes reality. State champions yet again. 55-43, your final score. Was there ever any doubt?
Hard-fought game by Suburban. They got off to the start they wanted. It was at the pace they wanted. They hung on with them that first quarter especially, but slowly but surely ICA just started pulling away little by little by little, and then really caught fire in the third quarter and especially the fourth quarter. They didn't even really give Suburban an opportunity to make a comeback in the fourth between Blues shooting that suddenly caught fire and just their ball movement. They just kept them at arm's length the rest of the way.
So for the second time in 3 years, ICA reclaims the throne. 55-43 your final score. So for Bergeron Crispin, Andy Zirkle, Kevin Blue, Matt Sands, our whole crew, we say thank you for tuning in. ICA champions in 2025.
this year's 2025 IACS State Champions, the Michigan County Whirlwinds. At this time, we would like to recognize each member of the championship team. So as I call your name, if you're coming out and receiving your medallion. Number 1, Jack Tucker. 2, Kyle Stevens. Number 3, Jason Arnett. Number 5, Seth Poole. Number 10, Ethan Tucker. Number 11, Sawyer Tiffin. Number 12, Gavin Newman. Number 13, Aiden Newman. Number 14, Ethan Ainsworth. Number 13, Porter Blue. And number 12, Jake Gilbert. Number 22, Pregame. Number 23, Drew Ainsworth. Number 24, Drew Gilbert. And number 25, Ian Alcala. 32. Assistant coach, Michael Shepard. Head coach, receiving coach of the year, Daniel Stevens. We'd like to recognize also two of the managers, Brandon Kendall and Jordan Patterson. At this time, I'd like to recognize our alternate team, beginning with our second team alternate. Second team alternate from Cross Point, number 4, Will Geiger. From ICA, number 10, Ethan Tucker. From Suburban, number 44, Luke Carter. From Heartland, number 24, Sawyer Copper. And from ICA, number 2, Kyle Stevens. Once you're done, can you guys take this over to this week? Look. One more picture here. This is 17 alternate. Congratulations. Christian Academy, number 11, Sawyer Tinton. From Suburban, number 33, Chad Gorman. And from Indiana Christian Academy, number 5, Seth Poole. Pause for a picture here. Great season, young man. Thank you very much. Trying to get a picture. Please, young man. I want to say thank you to coaches and fans for all of your support for your teams this year. It's a great atmosphere here today. Thank you for coming and cheering on your teams. We'd like to close in prayer today, and we've asked our Executive Director Emeritus, Dr. Vince Ice, to lead us in closing prayer. Please stand.